What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Got Travis Moonhead Brown LLC here with me. Today we're going to tackle this race shop. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're new to this series, we have been restoring my dad's 1990s NASCAR Goodies Dash Series race shop. As you can see, back there is a Goodies Dash car. And there's a lot of junk and open space, some now behind me, but we've been working on it. Today we are going to tackle some of the stuff that I couldn't lift by myself. We've got some pallets to move. We're going to try to clear out around the dash car. What you hear in the background is my cousin trying to start our shitty forklift, but we're still working on that. I'm just going to take you guys with me today. You know, we're going to try to get some of this cleared out and see what all we can make happen. So we got this garage door open finally, and I'm gonna turn this down so it doesn't copyright. Cleaning all this out today, moving these pallets around. You're gonna clean out what's still out front that needs to be moved so I can get to all that grass like I did in the last episode. Wyatt's still back there struggling. Oh, there she is. She's purring now. Beautiful. Clean out around the dash car, and then we'll probably clean out the metal shed in the back as well. Or not the metal shed, but the scrap metal area, so we can clean it out and put Travis to work. Got the truck backed up here. We are going to make a landfill trip today, so a lot of this stuff that I've put up front, we're going to add to it, take it to the landfill, get all that trash out of here, take that to the dumpster, and then we'll tackle some of the moving the stuff around in the back now that we got the forklift running and we can move some of these pallets. So first thing is fill this up for the landfill, and then we'll go from there. I love a nice termite eating, you know, trusty 2x4. We're getting there. We also have a pretty major leak, and it rained last night, so now I see that. So I don't know how we're going to go about that, but it is leaking. So I guess we can't really, until we move all that, I can't tell where it's leaking. All right, not much has changed. We have cleared most of this out, and then we have all that stuff on pallets so we can move them with the forklift. One big issue we're running into right now is the forklift has no brakes.
Yeah, it could be a problem.
Yeah, huge liability issue. That's why I'm gonna let Moonhead drive it here in just a minute. That way if he tears something up, I can sue him. But we have opened the back door, and you can see that nice, beautiful ray of sunshine coming in. And we've moved, here, I'll just take you back here. I'm tackling this when we get back from the landfill. Hopefully that'll be cleaned up. But we've been moving a lot of these stage pieces out of the back, all this wood, and I'm gonna put this on top of the truck to take to the landfill. So just all these stage pieces that were once used for my sister's dance or something, and it got shoved in here, I really don't know. But all that stuff will be out, hopefully, in just a minute, and then we'll get to moving more stuff. So that's a quick update. We've been working, and I've had, you know, there's been a few things I put on the truck that Grandpa didn't want me throwing away. Had to take those back off, so it's been a process, but we're getting there.
I don't know how we're gonna get all this on there.
You don't think we're gonna make it work?
I think we might have to make 2 trips.
It's $17 a pop. Is it worth making an extra $17 trip? Hopefully none of this flies off. I'm not so confident in it, but the landfill's not very far, so. All right, guys, it's Monday. I didn't get enough footage from Friday to make a full video on it, so I'm just gonna mash together what I get today and make one video out of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you everything that we've done. Some of the areas that I had already cleaned out. My grandpa moved cabinets over to out of the middle of the floor. Yes, they are already filling up areas that I've already cleaned and been working on, but it's not a permanent location. I talked to Grandpa, and I know he wants to keep the cabinets, so we're going to keep them. I think we're just going to move them into the hole back here that used to be the scales, and that's where we'll keep that just for his storage stuff, whatever he does want to keep. But I am going to show you guys this. moving those cabinets did free up this middle area of the shop for me to clean. So I think that's the whole goal, is moving them over there and I'll show you guys here. So we put the cabinets over there. He stacked them all up, which kills me because I did work hard on cleaning all this. But now that those are over there, it does free up this middle part of the shop, and we can finally get stuff from the back to the front. So that's a big deal. I can clean all this up. We can start moving out some of this other junk that's in the middle, and ultimately it's going to be a good thing. But it just hurts my heart to move something back into the area that I've already cleaned. But I'm gonna have to do that. These two motors were in those cabinets, like just stacked on top of them. We have that. I don't even know. It's an old Briggs & Stratton, and then I guess, well, they're both Briggs & Stratton motors. Hell, I don't know nothing about them. That looks like a go-kart motor, but it probably ain't. I know there's a flathead somewhere back there. Right there it is, sitting beside those go-kart tires. Those, I guess, are coming back into, or becoming popular again. So I'm gonna sweep all this up and then start figuring out what is junk here that I can take out. This is walking through the back. All this wood's still got to get out. Tires and stuff over here that we've got to get out. But he moved a cabinet out of here, which should allow me to get to the rest of this stuff, this stage stuff and this mattress, and get all that thrown away. And then I'll take those cabinets and put them back in here. And I guess I just will not use this little area. These are actually a bunch of good 2x4s that can be used. Oil barrels. Got that one. This one's a Race and Fuels barrel, but that one's pretty cool. Texas Refinery Corp. Wonder what the date is on that one. Back here in the back corner, there's these Hydrotex barrels, which my dad had a Hydrotex deal. They were here close to us in like Conover, I believe. Those are probably still full. I just realized this. This is my old go-kart cart that I hauled my go-kart on when we go to the racetrack. Like, we took it in the hauler on that, and that's what we carted it around on at the track. I just realized that. I haven't seen that thing in years. All right, I've got all that cleaned out. Those some bitches are heavy. So I'm gonna back the truck around here, take this load just like I did earlier on in this video, which was last Friday, and stack it full of some other just stuff that I know is trash back here, and then I'll try to clean up some space, and then I'll show everybody after that. See the scales now that Dad used to use. So these are how they weighed out the race car. Manual scales. It's pretty damn cool. It's 4 of those in there in the holes. Obviously, once we get this big stage piece out, there's 2 of them. We can see how much actual room's there, and then we can really start packing stuff in here to clear out the main area. I got a lot of that stuff out. There was, I don't know why this was in there, but literal like studio canvas artboards full of water, just junk, still in the wrapper. So it's hard to tell how long those have been in there. This looks like a piece off a bed. No idea why that was in there. So more junk that we're getting rid of. All right, that's dumped. Outside's starting to look better. I don't feel like we've been making a ton of progress, but we really have. I think I've been selling myself short. We've done a lot out here. Still got a long ways to go, don't get me wrong, but we've definitely done a lot. I'll be leaving to go on a fishing trip here the next week, so I don't know how much more we'll get done this week, but that put a pretty big dent in all of the stuff that's back here in the scale area that needs to go. All the stage equipment and shit that was back there. That's been there for years. So once we get all that moved out, have to be probably next week since I'm going fishing. But then we'll move Grandpa's cabinets and stuff that are over here in the area that I already cleaned out into the back whole area right there in the back of the shop, and that's just where we'll put whatever Grandpa wants to keep nice and organized, and actually like stack it in there to where you can get to it and move it if you need to. Now I'm going to tackle all of this scrap metal that's just laying here, put all the tubing and stuff up on the shelves, and then sort through the angle iron and everything and put it into these buckets so Wyatt can go through and see which ones or what he wants to keep and what's scrap. All right, here's what I ended up with. I just put it into 3 buckets. There was a lot more laying there than I thought. Wyatt can go through that, see what he wants to keep, what he wants to go to the scrap pile, and then I guess we'll rearrange it. But I swept up for a little bit. It's so dusty, it just needs to be mopped, but I'm not even ready to do that. It's still a lot of stuff here that needs to be cleaned up, but I'm pretty much done for the day. It looks way better than it did. I stood up all of this stuff here, like long angle irons and tubing that I didn't put on the shelves, and I'll let Wyatt go through all that. But it's getting there. All this is open for the first time in a while, and I can actually get stuff in and out. I got to move those tires, but now I got to figure out what all I'm putting back in here in the scale area. We were using this the other day, but we've got to get this little like guider piece. It broke, so I got to order another one of those. The saw still works, bandsaw does, but this piece goes down and like guides the blade, and it broke off. So it's still usable, but I do need to get that piece because without it, it doesn't run properly. This is where we ended up. Current situation on the dash car. Try to get most of the junk around it. Before long, we'll be able to try to get all the stuff off of it, clean it up, and then figure out what it's going to take to make it a roller. We got all these pallets organized, so wherever we move those, we'll decide that at some point in time in the near future. But for now, they're not hurting anything. I just need to at least move them around so I can clean in and out of it. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. I know I kind of mashed 2 days into one and still don't really feel like I accomplished a whole lot, but it's getting there slowly but surely. You know, I feel like this week off, I'm going to the beach fishing like I mentioned, but my uncle's going with me, and a lot of this stuff in here is his, so I'm going to aggravate him and figure out a game plan. When I get back, I can really knock out a lot of it. There's a bunch of different people that have different things in here, so it's kind of like trying not to upset any one person and make sure everybody knows where all their stuff is and what they want to keep, make sure they're able to keep it, that type of thing. But appreciate you guys watching as always. Thank you for supporting this channel, man. It's been shooting upwards, and that's thanks to you guys. If you haven't already, make sure you drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. Let's try to hit, I don't know, we've been hitting like 200-300 likes. Let's try to get 350 likes on this video. If we can get 350 likes, that'd be massive. So thank you guys again. Make sure y'all take it easy. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.